Discover the secrets to creating the perfect red velvet cake at home with this easy step-by-step guide. Welcome to today's baking class. In this video, we're walking you through the process of creating a stunning red velvet cake from scratch. Whether you're a beginner home baker or someone looking to refine your skills, this recipe is simple to follow and yields show-stopping results. You'll learn essential techniques, tips, and tricks to bake a moist and flavorful red velvet cake layered with rich cream cheese frosting. By the end of this, you'll be ready to impress friends, family, or clients with your baking skills. Let's get started. Before we dive in, here's a quick rundown of what you'll need for this recipe. 2 9-inch round cake pans, mixing bowls, at least 2 large ones, a hand mixer or stand mixer, whisk, offset spatula for smoothing frosting, 2½ cups 300 grams all-purpose flour, 2 tablespoons unsweetened cocoa powder, 1 teaspoon baking soda, salt, 1½ cups 300 granulated sugar, ½ cup unsalted butter softened, 2 large eggs, 1 cup 40 buttermilk, 2 teaspoons vanilla extract, 1 teaspoon white vinegar, 2 tablespoons red food coloring, gel or liquid, 8 ounces 25 cream cheese softened, 20 unsalted butter softened, 4 cups grams powdered sugar sifted, 2 teaspoons vanilla extract. Make sure your ingredients, especially the butter, eggs, and cream cheese, are at room temperature. This step ensures the smoothest textures for both the cake and frosting. Also, preheat your oven to 350 Fahrenheit, 175, and prepare your cake pans by greasing them, dusting with flour, and lining the bottoms with parchment paper. Let's move to the next step. To get that signature velvety texture, we'll start by mixing dry and wet ingredients separately before combining them. First, in a large mixing bowl, sift the flour, cocoa powder, baking soda, and salt together. Sifting helps to eliminate clumps, ensuring a smooth and light batter. Once sifted, whisk these dry ingredients lightly to evenly distribute the cocoa and baking soda throughout the mix. Next, in another large mixing bowl, cream the butter and sugar together using a hand or stand mixer on medium speed. This step is critical for creating a light and fluffy texture as it incorporates air into the batter. Continue mixing until the butter and sugar are pale and fluffy. This should take about 2 to 3 minutes. Now add the eggs one at a time. Beat well after each addition to ensure everything is fully incorporated. Follow this by mixing in the vanilla extract, which adds a wonderful aroma and depth of flavor to the cake. In a small bowl, mix the buttermilk, vinegar, and red food coloring. The buttermilk and vinegar together act as a tenderizing agent, giving your cake its rich, moist crumb. The red food coloring will give your cake its iconic color. Gradually add this wet mixture to the creamed butter and sugar, alternating with the dry ingredients. Start and end with the dry ingredients while mixing on low speed. Be cautious not to overmix the batter. This can make your cake dense and tough. Stop mixing as soon as the batter is smooth and combined. Now your red velvet cake batter is ready to bake. Divide the batter evenly between your prepared cake pans. Using a spatula, spread the batter into an even layer and smooth out the tops. This ensures even baking across the cake layers. Place the pans into the preheated oven and bake for 25 to 30 minutes. Remember, every oven is slightly different, so it's always a good idea to check for doneness around the 25-minute mark. To test, insert a toothpick into the center of the cake. If it comes out clean or with a few moist crumbs, it's ready. Once baked, remove the cake pans from the oven and allow them to cool for about 10 minutes. Afterward, carefully transfer the cake layers to a wire rack to cool completely. Cooling is an important step. Frosting a warm cake can lead to a melted mess. While your cakes cool, it's the perfect time to prepare the classic cream cheese frosting. In a large bowl, beat the cream cheese and butter together on medium speed until the mixture is smooth and creamy. This step ensures there are no lumps before adding the powdered sugar. Gradually add the powdered sugar, 1 cup at a time, and mix on low speed to avoid a sugar cloud. Increase the speed to medium once the sugar is mostly incorporated. Add the vanilla extract and beat the frosting until it's smooth, creamy, and fluffy. If your frosting seems too thick, add a tablespoon of milk or cream to lighten it. If it's too thin, add more sifted powdered sugar to thicken it up. Once done, set it aside at room temperature until your cake layers are ready for assembly. Now it's time to put everything together. Before starting, ensure your cake layers are completely cool. If your layers are slightly domed, use a serrated knife to level them for easier stacking. Place the first layer on a cake stand or serving plate. Spread a generous amount of frosting evenly over the top using an offset spatula. Repeat with the second cake layer, adding another layer of frosting. Once both layers are stacked, apply a thin crumb coat, a light layer of frosting to trap any crumbs. Chill the cake in the refrigerator for 15 to 20 minutes to set the crumb coat. After chilling, frost the entire cake, starting with the sides and finishing with the top. Smooth the frosting with your offset spatula for a clean and professional finish. If you'd like, decorate the cake with red velvet cake crumbs, piped frosting, or edible flowers for a stunning final presentation. Your stunning red velvet cake is complete. Take a moment to admire your creation. It looks just as good as it's going to taste. Slice the cake with a sharp knife, wiping the blade clean between cuts for the neatest slices. Pair it with a hot cup of coffee or tea for a truly indulgent treat. Remember, this red velvet cake stays fresh for up to 3 days when stored in an airtight container in the refrigerator. Always allow it to come to room temperature before serving for the best texture and flavor. Congratulations! You've mastered a classic red velvet cake, complete with creamy, tangy frosting and a moist, vibrant crumb. This dessert is sure to become a go-to for special occasions or just when you're craving something decadent. Thank you for baking with us. If you enjoyed this tutorial, don't forget to subscribe for more recipes, tips, and tricks to elevate your baking game. Share your delicious red velvet creations in the comments below. We'd love to see them. Until next time, happy baking!